morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liquid Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like you guys to please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. And I promise you guys that I will give you better content, bro. Now we got that out of the way. Let us get started. We have another update on what has been going on with Captain America: The Brave New World, man. So, of course, this movie has not been doing very well in the box office right now, but we shall see, man. Right now, I'm gonna check my phone out, give you the latest. Let's see the box office results. I think the last time it made about almost 92 million at home. That's the first weekend, I believe. But we'll see. Let's see. Let me check just to be verified here. All right. As of Monday, as of yesterday, it made $12,200,000. So right now, the total it's made. All right. So domestically, it made 100 million. It made $100 million in the first weekend, and in international, it made 92,400,000. So right now, they still got a long way to getting to where they need to be at, man. Because right now, they're saying in the prospect, they're saying that they need to get $180 million, which to me is bull crap. Because with all the reshoots that they had to make, plus advertising and all, that would be like up to $350 million, man. There's no way that this movie's gonna. There's no way that these medias are saying that it needs 180 million. No, it's not the budget. 180 million is not their budget, so it doesn't matter. And people, there's not a lot of people that talk about this, Bo. Only I looked at certain YouTubers that have talked about this, Bo, and it is not been doing well, man. So I mean, right now, to me, this movie, I don't think it's gonna make. But let's take a look, because there was one news out, there was one report, there was one review that I just got a bit surprised of who made an opinion on it. So here we go. Captain America: Brave New World under fire from IGN for portraying military heroes. What happened to respecting service? So, IGN, they did a review on this. I did watch a bit of the video, but I didn't watch too much because I went fast forwarding all the way to verdict. They rated this movie a 6 out of 10. Normally, IGN, they are good with respect. They are good at following up with the diverse, with the woke nonsense and everything, and they try to give it an 8, a 9, or whatever, all that. And of course, the game doesn't go on sale very. The games don't go on sale very well, or the movie. But this, for this movie to go at a 6 out of 10, very surprised. So let's take a look at this. IGN has published a scathing review of Captain America: Brave New World. The writer Carlos Morales delivering harsh criticism, not the film's storytelling and pacing, but of its perceived portrayal of the U.S. military. While That Park Place owned WDW Pro rated the movie a 4.5 out of 10 for its narrative shortcomings, Morales' review raises eyebrows for an entirely different reason. It's apparent disdain for the man and woman in uniform. Morales claims the movie retweets to the safety of easy both sides platitudes and romanizing the U.S. military. He criticizes Marvel Studios for turning many of these characters into agents of the state, stating virtually every major character in the movie is either a current or past member of the U.S. military, Secret Service, or associated with warfare in some other capacity. This critic feels less like an analysis of a superhero film and more like a political manifesto aimed at underwhelming the depiction of military service in popular media. Morales seems to be more upset by the film's lack of overt progressive messaging than by any actual narrative flaws. It's telling that much of his review focuses on not on pacing, character arcs, or cinematography, but on the idea that the film didn't go far enough in criticizing the U.S. military industry complex. industrial complex. In a franchise like the MCU, with where themes of heroism, sacrifice, and duty have always played a central role, Morales' indignation over the presence of military characters feels both misplaced and disingenuous. His frustration is evident when he points out that Sam Wilson, originally social worker in the comics, is now depicted as a former Air Force paras, parasukman in the MCU. Morales calls the shift an alarming choice, suggesting that Marvel's decision to highlight military service somehow strips the character of political depth. But is it truly alarming to show a hero with a background in saving lives and serving his country? Or is Morales simply upset that the character wasn't molded into the kind of activist figure he hoped for? His complaint reveals more about his own political expectations than any actual shortcomings in the film itself. Huh. Wow. More trouble in Morales' implication that honoring the military on screen is somehow a creative flaw. The men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces are heroes who have decided their lives to protecting our freedoms, and their portrayal in media service serves as a tribute to their bravery and sacrifice. These are real life heroes who risk their lives daily, who leave behind families, and who often pay the ultimate price in service of their country. Calling this fetishism, as Morales isn't just misguided, it's an insult to every soldier, veteran, and fallen hero who has ever served this nation. To dismiss their service as mere set dressing or a narrative crutch, it diminish the very real sacrifices they have made. Suggesting otherwise spits in the face of everyone who has fought and died in the service of this country. IGN, long recognized as an access media outlet with a progressive slant, has never shied away from injecting politics into its coverage. But Morales' review takes this to another level, using Brave New World as a super springboard to attack the presence of military figures in popular entertainment. It's no secret that Hollywood has increasingly catered to progressive ideologies in recent years, with many films and services prioritizing political messaging over storytelling. Morales' review feels more like a lamentation that Brave New World dared to deviate from that trend. Honestly, the film's reluctance to stray into hyper biased political messaging is one of its very few redeeming qualities. His comparison to past MCU entries like Iron Man 3 and Captain America the Winter Soldier films that were more overly critical of US foreign policy and government overreach further highlight this dissatisfaction. Morales writes that the MCU has slipped into military fetishism, but what he seems to try lament is the Brave New World doesn't follow the formula of using superheroes as mouthpieces of progressives critics. The irony here is that Morales, while accusing the MCU of lacking political dimension, is himself engaging his blatant virtue signaling, using his platform to push an ideological agenda rather than providing a fair review of the film on its merits. It's worth asking why a site like IGN would choose to publish such a review. As a major entertainment outlet, IGN's influence is significant, and its alignment with progressiveness values is well documented. But this review feels like a deliberate effort to steer controversy by attacking film's portrayal of the military, an institution that millions of Americans respect and revere. At a time when political polarization is at a time high, such commentary only serves to deepen the divide. Jeez. Morales' disdain for the military isn't subtle. He questions why Marvel would run so many vigilantes into agents of the state, as though military service is something to be ashamed of. But the reality is that many of the heroes we admire both on screen and in real life come from military backgrounds. Their stories are not about blind allegiance to the state, but about courage, integrity, and selfishness, reducing these characters to mere pawns of the military industrial complex is not only unfair, it's an outright dismissal of their heroism. This review also reflects a broader trend in media criticism where the merits of a film are often overshadowed by ideological litmus tests. Morales' disappointment with Brave New World seems rooted in the fact that it didn't serve as a vehicle for progressive activism. Instead, it chose to tell a story about redemption, leadership, and heroism, themes that transcend political divides. Yet, for critics like Morales, any deviation from the expected narrative is ground for condemnation. Ultimately, Morales' review says more about him and the current state of entertainment journalism than it does about Brave New World. In a time when so many in Hollywood and the media are out of touch with everyday Americans, this review serves as yet another reminder of that growing disconnect. The men and women of armed forces deserve our gratitude and respect, nor derision, and if honoring them on screen is now considered a flaw, perhaps it's time to reconsider who we allow to shape the cultural conversation. Wow. This guy really crushed it. This guy really crushed it because I will say this, man, and I think he's talking about, I think what he's talking about is that of how you had two female characters that were taking charge. One female was taking charge of the Secret Service, and another female was the right hand man protecting the president. It could be he could be talking about that, or like I don't know, man. It's like I said, Mo. This movie was fine, but it had a lot of problems, bro. It had a lot of problems because you could tell by the too many reshoots, the CGI, the script. It just felt terrible, dude. But to me, when I watched this movie, when I got in to watch the movie, I didn't put myself to walk out the building, bro. I just put myself to stay there and just, all right, fine, I'll watch it. I'll just stick with it and everything. And just, of course, just do my review on the movie, you know. And it's like I said, dude. It's just that this movie was not that great. It wasn't that great. It wasn't the best, but it just didn't do it. It just didn't do it. I don't see Sam Wilson being Captain America, bro. I see Sam Wilson being the Falcon. That's what I see him as. I see him as Falcon. I don't see him as Captain America. I'm sorry. Because, like I said, in the comic books, it didn't last long. I don't believe it did not last long. You only see him right now as part of the Avengers, but not in his own series. But it's like I said, dude. I'm just still upset that they disrespected they disrespected Sam Wilson because of that Falcon the Winter Soldier when they made it so political and so racism. That's what really ruined Sam Wilson's character, bro. Sam Wilson. That's what really ruined him. That's my opinion. So, you guys let me know your thoughts about this article. So, please post a comment below and share this video. Let me know your thoughts about this video. And also, thank you all so much for watching this video and being part of the channel. And I will be seeing you all until next time. Bye, everyone.